Hey, hey, hey. Hello, plane shifters. How are you today? On my side, I'm pretty good. And I plan to continue the work that we started yesterday evening about locomotion and advanced locomotion and movement, in particular the new ALS 4.9, which is bringing in some new fixes, and we would like to integrate that into the game. We have some stuff to do on it. Mainly, it is also an opportunity for me to review the way we are importing the characters into the game. And so I'm basically doing it from scratch. So I'm doing it starting from the beginning and going step by step and understanding better also myself what is the process, how is the process, and if it can be improved. And it is good. And in the meantime, I'm trying to document on the wiki some of these changes or some of these updates to the methodology. There is already a pretty good page made by Zwei, which is explaining how our character is set up in terms of pieces. So like the head, the arms, the legs, the robe, and so on. And then how, each piece is actually using the different textures and like normal maps, diffuse maps, specularity, etc. And how is the hierarchy of the bones and the different animations. So this is kind of a comprehensive list of how it works. And now what I did, there were already some good information here, and let me go back to the normal sites. Some good information here in the text, but I added a few, adding adding the specific steps that we need from Blender, which at the moment Blender is, the tool that we have standardized on and is the tool that we are using, and so far so good, with some hiccups here and there, but I would say so far so good. So there are yes, few settings you need to keep in mind, including the renaming of the armature in the top node, and these deform bones and leaf bones, which have to be set like this. And then also the fact that each piece has to be exported separately. So I was a bit confused by that, but actually I think I can also make it even more explicit. So basically, yeah, select one mesh at a time and the armature. The Sport FBX electronic form design. So I can say these files are saved in the UART repo under. I want to type where, because I think it will be a bit easier than to reference it. Yeah. So for example, under UART character CRAN modules. So this is what I missed at the beginning, is this modules directory. Okay, so for example, we can say UART characters CRAN modules, etc. Right? Well, I think I can take maybe even something like that. Why not? Right? So it is an example, but I think it's a good example to keep. So the idea is to export that. So there are two steps. The first step is to actually export the base template, which is this one, right? And on this one, actually, I don't think I did anything specific. I just exported everything as it is, apart from renaming the armature, right? I don't know if you want to mention that as well. Hello, Tony, welcome. Hello, everyone. I see people are joining. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Yes. I think the first, I mean, I don't know if it's very clear here that we have a first step, and the first step is actually to have the EU rig, you know, the basic EU rig in. So the EU4 mannequin template plane shift blend. So this one actually needs to be so this file, right? Maybe let me add this as well. Let me add this as well. The first few steps are already completed for example. Yeah, but I would like to add maybe a paragraph, you know, maybe it's not a very important one, but I would say this paragraph could be importing the template. Okay, so we store the template in, you know, we store the template in this directory. So we store the template in UR character based animations, U mannequin template blend. Okay. This template can be exported directly to EU, or it can be exported, let's say, fully. It can be exported fully to EU. I mean, there are no specific settings apart from the setting mentioned below. So the settings for export are the same as described below, right? And it's the same thing. So by doing that, so importing this will create a skeleton in Unreal, right? Like this one. So a EU mannequin template, this thing, and the mesh and a physics asset, but we don't really care about the mesh at this point. So they will create a skeleton in a real engine, you know, and example, you know, then obviously we are going to rename it, but then with that created, we can continue to so I can say importing the single character, okay? So assuming that we have the template in place, then I think we can start to import this one. Then when we speak about animations, I think I can have another one, which is importing animations. Okay, so we have a few, you know, headers, right? Importing the template, importing a single character, importing the animation. So it should be slightly more clear of what we are doing. Okay. So it's always a good idea to keep a bit of documentation, because when you go back, I don't know, maybe you have the gift of remembering everything. I don't have that gift, so my memory is not the best of my skills. And so if I write down the stuff, is first I, you know, make it more mine, and so it goes into the memory more if I type it. But also is good for other people then to reference later. And also this website is public, so it's Google indexed, and so if someone is searching for Blender import may land on this page and maybe is also useful to someone else, you know, except from us. But I would say mostly to us because it's I mean, it's speaking a bit our language, you know, our plane shift stuff, but I think it can also be a reference for someone else. So I was doing some tests, and the way to import it is actually you have to import it piece by piece. And I think what I can do, I can redo it quickly, piece by piece, but this time putting it into modules, which is not something that I did before. So the way to do it is to, I mean, start from any piece, but select the legs and select the armature. So you need to select these two things when exporting, otherwise I don't know why, but it's not working. So we will go under modules here and consider I selected the legs. We will export the legs, ensuring that these parameters are set up, and we have the selected objects, right? The selected object there. So we do this, then we deselect this one. Wait. Then we select this one and the head, okay, and so on. Okay, so we do it for all the pieces. Then the hands. It has to be done separately. I tried to do it all together, but I don't know why it doesn't work. So you have to do it piece by piece. Sorry, this is the feet. I think I did a mistake, by the way, because I was speaking. Sometimes trying to speak and explain you what I'm doing while I'm doing it is messing up with me a bit. We just redo the hands and the head so that we are sure that we have it. Feet we do the eyes. Yeah, I need to translate my thinking from Italian to English, but I have to say that for the most part, I'm thinking in English. For the most part. So we have all of this. Then we have the actual torso, which is the most important piece because it's the middle of the character and the one that we are connecting in the blueprint in Real Engine. And then we have the torso plate, right? Which is this one. Okay, so basically with this run, we should have overwritten all the pieces. We didn't do the eyes. You see that it's good checking because we didn't do, actually we didn't do the eyes, and the eyes, strange, no? I didn't select the eyes. Okay. Okay, so hello Ula, bonsoir. If I didn't do any mistakes, I think we can delete all of this. We were just some tests, you know, and now import it back. So we can select them all. I think it's not an issue. Yes, the trick is that we need to select the skeletal mesh, import mesh, and it has to go into the existing template that we created. Okay. It didn't give any errors, which is nice. So he imported everything. Let me just check that arms, eyes, feet, hands. Okay, the head is fucked up. Legs, torso, and torso plate. Okay, for some reason the head is exported as eyes. So I misclicked there something. Okay, So these are all the pieces, and now with these pieces we can actually, so these pieces are already rigged and weighted on the right skeleton, which is this skeleton, right? And as you can see, it didn't give any errors of skeleton not compatible or things like that, because we are using exactly the same skeleton, which is great. So in theory, I should be able to go here and in the, I don't know if I want to do it in the skeleton or I should do it, yeah, but I think I can do it in the skeleton. If I take my cran torso, right, and then I will have to create a collection. Yes, I will have to create a collection here with all the pieces. So the reason you have to do that, no, wait. These are the arms. Yes, we need to select the ones that are so you see now the pieces are going one by one in place. I'm starting with the cran just because it's the one that I use the most, and the one that also we are using in all our tests. So we need the legs, and then we need another one for the feet. So basically like this, we recreated the, okay. So we recreated the character with these sample assets to be displayed. And now if we go, yes, so here we can have the same, can I save that collection? If I could save this collection would be very nice. Let's call it cran preview collection. Cran preview collection. I will put it under characters new cran, so I will put it here. So now I have this collection that I can use again here. Right. There is something weird in the shoulders. Do you see it? I don't know if it's the weight. We can try with another animation, by the way. No, but there is an important point that I didn't retarget any of the animations yet. So at the moment I'm at the step where I have my skeleton in and I have my pieces in, but I didn't retarget any. And also, as you can see, unfortunately there are not the virtual bones here. So which is something that we added, there is something that we added into this page, right? I don't know if I want to mention this, but I think we should for ALS. I think we may mention this thing also, but this is done only for the base skeleton, right? But I think it would be a good idea to mention it also in our wiki. I mean, the more places we have that information, the better. So I can say only for the template, we need to create the, only for the template, and by the way, this is the character template, huh? because it could be, I mean, the player character or a humanoid character template, because only for the humanoid character template, which is using ALS, right? We need to add the virtual bones, right? And create the virtual bones of your character absolutely before retargeting, otherwise things will not work, right? And let me just check. Yeah, obviously here the table is different, because, you know, there are different wikis and obviously they are different, but okay, we can do this. And then the rest is it's not exactly the same. Is it has to be separated by double pipes for whatever reason and not have an ending. Okay, so double pipe with no end. Yeah, I want to keep it on our wiki as well, so we have it everywhere. The more places the better, really, at this point. Yeah, we did it already a few times, but now, you know, the good part is that I'm making it more streamlined and more documented. I think the first time we just tried to see if it was actually working, and then we said, it's working, let's not touch it anymore. And so we didn't create probably enough documentation and also we didn't really understand how the system was working. Now I think now I understand it better. I think I understand better how the system works. And anyway, for now we're gonna use ALS. Now maybe in the future we're gonna drop it for performance reason, or because we will find a new library, or maybe because do you know, by the way, that the person that created ALS has been hired by Epic Games, so he's now working at Epic Games, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Okay, I added this information also here, so we have it in both places, and we have it in both places. Oops, I clicked on something I should have not clicked. So that is the last one. I did something wrong. Yes, I didn't add this. Okay, so we have this documented as well. So now, unfortunately, I know it's annoying, but we have to do it again. So I mean, we have to redo it on our character. Now, copy pasting is a bit easier, so but we have to do it on our character because we did it only for the generic one yesterday, and we found out all the different tweaks. But we have to do it now. So one by one, no panic, slowly and surely. You can double check if I'm doing things right. In case you see a mistake, let me know. So we start the first one, we go with hand L, and our target is IK and gun. Okay, and L, add virtual bone, IK and gun, and the name of this thing should be this, right? Done. Then the second one is this guy that we just created, which is going to hand R, and the name of this and R is this. Then the third one starts from and R, which is here, and goes into this guy and gun, and his name will be, I think I will learn them. I hope I don't memorize this thing, but this one starts from the last one we created, goes into IK and L, yes, and the name is this thing. By the way, with copy paste is so much quicker. I don't know why the first time I didn't do it immediately like this, but so we start from this guy and we go to foot L, and this one is named IK offset. Okay. The next one still starts from IK foot L, but is going to another bone, which is calf L, and this one is named like this. Then we go with IK foot R, IK foot R, which is this one, and we go into foot R, and that is the name. In theory, this is the last time we do it. Well, no, it's the last time we do it in the demo. Then we will have to do it in plane shift for real. But this is, you know, in theory, this is the last time we do it, at least in the demo. Hello, Jeon. Welcome. Nice to see you. You didn't tell me what you did in all these months. No, months? I don't know. You're missing since some time. Foot L. So this one is going from here to foot L, and this one is called foot target L. We are doing a clean run of the same technique, right? We are doing a clean run now with documentation, because I documented it a bit better, and also I improved a few things. So this is not exactly a copy of yesterday. It's just an optimized run. Okay, so we create. You see, it didn't take too much with the right. But just busy testing weeks. Okay. I hope everything went well. Okay, so now we have our mannequin, which hopefully will not be overridden anymore by anyone, right? With our character. And now what we need to do? We need to retarget. I think we are at the point of retargeting, right? I think I can keep the instructions here on the right. I think it's good. One suggestion is to save this stuff, because if the editor crashes for whatever reason, you are losing the stuff that is not saved unless you use the autosave, but it's always better to have it saved. Okay, so we have all the pieces in. They should all be weighted and having our virtual bones. So now we can go in the ALS blueprint. No, character asset, mannequin. Yeah, by the way, this directory, I think I should mention it somehow. Yes, I think it's better if I mention it, because it's, I mean, to me it's evident now, but if anyone else is reading that, you will not easily understand where to find, you know, where to find the, yes, is here. So I think we can edit this page 1 second. And say retarget, so find the ALS and MVP under this directory, and retarget. Okay, now this directory I think is slash plugins. I mean, there is your project, and then plugins, ALS, content, advanced locomotion, blah 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 blah. And retarget, this will bring all the animation blank space. Retarget the slash action. Okay, the subdir retarget all the animations contained in the subdirections. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna do this. So we take ALS. Do we need to do the setting of the rig? Because I think otherwise we will not see it. So I think this is also something to mention, because if I do now retarget, the thing will not show up here, right? It will not show up here, and we want that thing to actually show up. And also we want the ALS skeleton to be in the A position. So these are two steps that actually I do all the time, but I never documented, and I think may be confusing to people, or to myself as well in the future if I don't document them properly. So let's say here, so before the retarget, right? Before this, so there is before this, we need to open open your skeleton and add. So we have to open our skeleton, which is this guy, which we have open already. We have to click on retarget manager. So open your skeleton and click on retarget manager. Then under current skeleton, click add new and select. I mean, here you have only one option. So no, in our case, well, in our case no, because in our case we have, but we select the torso, I guess. No, is here already. Because we added the other one. I think I will remove this one, and I will have only my torso. So and add and select the mesh, and then the mesh associated to your skeleton. Then I can put it all in the same thing or not. Then under setup rig, in the setup rig, select humanoid. Okay, so this is basically telling this character that is a humanoid character, and so is correct. I will change the numbers when I see if. So this one we did already, and in our case, okay, there is nothing more to do. But there is the other problem, the problem with the ALS A pose, right? So I think we need to go into ALS and MVP. So open no, the skeleton, the ALS mannequin skeleton, right? Which is this one. And under retarget manager, again, under retarget manager, click on modified pose, and I think I did these things now so many times that I but I never documented them. And use current pose, right? And modify pose and use current pose. So this sets the base pose to be to be the A pose. So basically where you have these hands, so arms at 45 degrees, right? So it's not a T pose, it's an A pose. And this is helping us because now that we did this step, when we do the retargeting, our character actually shows up, you see here, as an A pose and not as a T pose. And then if you did the humanoid rig, this is showing here, okay? So retarget animation, open as retarget. Now, here there is a note. So if for any reason you don't see, right, the thing here is because you messed up the humanoid rig. That's the only, or maybe, yeah, I think you messed up the humanoid rig. Let me save it like this. The internet is broken. Oh my god, no. Everything can be broken, but not the internet. No. I mean, did you fix it or you had to move to another place? Good decision. Never stay with a broken internet. Okay, so we select this one, right? And we retarget the wall animation blueprint. Now, this is doing a ton of work for us. A ton of work. Why place the pieces this time in this directory? Ah, yes, is the main directory. Yes, I think it's fine. And the point is that they are mixed. They are mixed with the other ones. Fuck. Well, now that they are selected, though, I think I can drag them all into my new CRAN. I think I need to make an animation directory, though, otherwise it becomes too messy. Yeah, probably. Would be a good idea. So now that we did that, we will start a bit of music. We will start a bit of music. Okay, so in theory, it should have moved all the animation and the blueprint under this directory. Now that we have this, I think it would be better to have it in a subdirectory because like this is a kind of a mess. But now that we did all of that, what we can do? Well, we can check one random to see if it's okay. Let me see if the animation blueprint. Okay, we have the hand in the wrong position and the legs, but it's okay. We know why. We fixed it yesterday, and we are just gonna do the same fix. The only thing is that I don't want these animations. I want the ones that are, because now they are all compatible, right? I want this one, for example. Yeah, but unfortunately the torso seems to have the same issue. I don't think it was like this. Right? I don't know, it looks a bit weird. Let me retarget Let me retarget. It looks a bit weird. The shoulders are a bit weird. Let me retarget also the ones on their actions. Ouch, this time it didn't. You know what is the issue? Is that we have two mannequin templates plane shift. It's not very good. This is not very good. I think we should rename it. We should rename it to be sure that we are not touching the other skeleton. I will call it plane shift character. I will rename the skeleton and rename it to PS character template. Because I need to be sure that I'm not messing up with the other. It's strange that only one was showing up. So I hope I retarget versus this one and not versus this one which is in the main directory. No. I was seeing it because they were selected as modified. Okay. No, then I think it's okay. Because when you have a filter like modified, it's going also in the subdirectories, right? And this is what sometimes filter recursively. This is what sometimes is messing up. But why the land roll is already there? This is a bit strange. ALS and MVP. Let's call it LS and MVP PS. Again, renaming them is always a good idea because when you do the retargeting, all these things have the same names, and actually it will be nice to get, you know, a rename of everything, but can you retarget and rename? Ah, yes, you can. I think we should absolutely do it. This, you see this part on the right? Prefix, suffix, replace blah 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 with blah blah blah. We should absolutely use this. So I think we should, when we are remapping, we should do something like substitute ALS underscore with PS ALS underscore. I think that will be much better. So there will be also all the animations, you know, will be properly renamed. And I hope that these animations are then automatically renamed in the blend space and automatically renamed in the, yeah, the only problem may be the C++ code. If the C++ code is referencing for any reason these animations directly, then we may have a problem, right? Because you see what happened is that he added a 1 at the end, because in my content folder I already had a number of them that was from the previous tests, okay? And it is what, but anyway, I mean, it's not a big issue, it's not a big issue. I'm just reasoning if we can improve the process even more by filtering, by renaming the assets. I'm just not sure if the code is expecting these names somehow, or is just relying on the animation blueprint to do all the thing. Hopefully it's just relying on the animation blueprint, but not 100% sure. Okay, so so we did the retargeting. Right, this one and this one. Yeah, you see, this was already renamed, it was asked, but okay, so now we basically just need to do the fixes to the feet that we have seen yesterday, okay? Because now our character will look a bit weird, as you can see. One end is fucked up, is the wrong direction, right? But now that we know how to fix it, we don't panic. So the one on the feet was this one, so we need to change the target and move it at the front of the character, right? Now exactly where I still don't know, but say in a place that looks like in the direction, you know. I see there is a bit of tension if I... But you see, it is a bit of tension if I push it forward too much. But I think this is the right place, right? And for both the feet and the... We removed the rotation that we did yesterday, right? So the rotation, take rotation from effector. I think we remove it from both the feet and the hands. Which is the one that is fixing the hand and putting it back to the right position. Okay, now here the shoulder seems to be fine. They are a bit high, but not super high, but they are a bit high. I think that is how the original model has been rigged, but I think we can compile and save this. I don't know why when you retarget something is changing the original skeleton. I have no idea, and I think it's a very bad practice. So it gives you this modified tag. It gives you this modified tag on the original skeleton that you retargeted from, right? Not the one that you retargeted to, the one you retargeted from. And in theory, is something that you only read, but it happens all the time. What I do, usually I don't save this, and I just reload it from disk. But okay, our character seems to be fine. Now, what we need to do, now we need to create a blueprint, but we already have the blueprint, so I would say I'm not gonna recreate it again, right? I'm just using this blueprint that we have already made. I will just associate to our skeletal mesh the crane torso. Which in our case is this one under new crane. Yes, and you see that it's moving. So the fact that it's moving is showing that is in good shape. I don't know exactly this one, why this one is so sharp, but okay. I don't know if we did a smooth on the original character or not. I don't know if the torso is using under geometry. Yes. Wasn't there a normals? It's here, sorry. Normals, I was searching it below here. Normals auto smooth, yes, exactly. And then when we exported with edges, yes. So I'm not fully sure why that is. Maybe because it's only 30%. Maybe we can boost it a bit more next time to avoid, you know, to avoid this effect. Now this effect will be much less visible with the texture on. At the moment we don't have the texture on, it's just a white thing. Now we want to use our ALS and MBP. You see that it's different? Yes. Yes. In fact, it is different. Okay. So I think the new one will actually have less that effect on the shoulders than the other ones. Yes. Think it low. You see that the shoulders here are better. And there is a bit of that effect there, and so but that is just a mesh problem, so we can fix it anytime. It's not okay. Now. Okay, now let me save all except the ALS skeleton, because I really don't want to change this skeleton, so I will do a reload. I don't want this skeleton to be resaved or modified in any way. And the same for the animation blueprint. So let me do a test. If I close now, it's asking me to, well, you see, The skeleton under meshes and in man is under meshes and in man. This guy has been modified during the retargeting. I don't know, but I'm just reloading it because obviously we didn't do any changes to that. Right? So at this point, I think we have everything in place. Let me see. Well, these two, I don't know, we can save, is not a problem. We have everything in place. We only need to change in the game mode. Our character to the new cran. Yes, new cran character. Okay, it was already set like that. New cran character. Let's see if it crashes or not. Okay. We don't have the other pieces, but it's okay. We don't have the other pieces, but that's known because I didn't set up, you know, the other pieces in the actual skeletal mesh. So we only have the torso at the moment, which is perfectly fine. So to do that, right? To do that, in my blueprint, and I have the example here, so I can just copy it from here. But basically, I need to recreate the needed meshes like this. So legs, heads, arm, hands, feet, and eyes. So exactly this sequence. Right? So mesh, we have legs. We didn't associate anything, but I think we can. We can associate the crown legs, but not these ones. The crown legs, these ones. Okay. Now he's not taking the animation blueprint from the father. I think there was a setting to say that this one was inherited by all the children, but okay, I can reset it in case, but it's a bit of a pity that I have to do it manually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why this is happening? Is it the right legs? It is the right legs. Is it the right torso though? It is the right torso. That is not good, huh? There is a problem in the weight, or let me see with the other pieces. So if we add the head, for example. I think it may be only the setting to the animation blueprint, but this one is set okay, so I think we may have a problem here, because in the original one is not. There is another problem, but not that problem. And I'm a bit surprised that we have that problem now. I'm a bit surprised that we have that problem actually. don't know exactly why, but we will find out, huh? We will find out why. So basically here we are, you know, recreating the character piece by piece, setting the right animation blueprint and setting the right pieces, but for some reason that one is not good. That one is not good. I can check if in the original one is there, but I assume no. Right? Good evening, Bigelows. Good evening to you. Now se como pare. Hello, Ariare. If you speak English, is easier for me. Even if I speak a bit of other languages, but I prefer English because everyone understands, you know? So let me see the other character. The other character is this one. And as you can see in this one, there is absolutely no issue. I know there is an issue on this side under the arm. Yes, that one, if you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there is an issue here, and that's known. But actually this one on the left side is completely new. And is not in this character, which in theory is exactly the same geometry. Which in theory is exactly the same geometry. What can influence this guy? This is very strange. But okay. For now, let's launch it like this a second. Oh no, okay. No, there is another problem. Yes. Yes, but it is okay. I know it may look a bit weird to you, okay? It may look very weird, okay? I know, but I know why he's doing this. I know why he's doing this. He looks like Superman, right? It looks like Superman. Okay, the reason is that in the construction we need to parent the pieces, you know, to the base mesh. Let me see if I can just copy this. I'm not sure if it will work, but hopefully. If I named all the pieces the same, yes, it seems that it works. Now that problem is gone, or nearly gone. There is just a super small line here that can be seen when it's blank, but probably is not visible when everything is blue. Yeah, it's the same. It's just not very visible, but it's here as well. So we still have some small issue in the weight of the character, but it is like the original Blender model that is bad. So it's not our import process. Okay, the import process is perfect at the moment. Well, perfect, I don't know, but it's good. It's good. Okay, why my head is flashing? For some reason, my head is flashing a lot. What is below this thing? You see my head? It is flashing like so much. Is it because it doesn't have a... Is it because it doesn't have a texture, or... But, okay, apart from this head, it seems that it is working fine. When it's in the roll, the shoulders are going up so much, but I don't know if there is a problem of the roll itself or... You like this character, eh? I know you like. Okay, so well, the textures at the moment are not real. I mean, it's not very interesting, but if we want, we can put the right textures. But let's say that at the moment is not very relevant for our discussion. But I can do it just to look if there is any problem, but there should not be. Can change them all. Ah, I was missing the problem with the webcam. I was saying, wow, I didn't do it. He didn't do it in few hours. Why? I can change it here. Why am I opening the thing? I can just change it here. Crown legs and crown feet. By the way, I think it looks very nice when it's all white. No? When it's all white, it looks beautiful. Yeah, but my head is still fucked up. Why my head is fucked up? What is the problem with the... What is the problem with the head? Maybe he has weird physics. By the way, we have physics. Let me try the ragdoll and see what happens. Yeah, it's actually ragdolling. Yeah, then it's not coming up from the ragdoll, but somehow. I mean, okay, anyway, the ragdoll at the moment for us is not interesting, but I really want to understand why my head is transparent like that. It happens only when I move the camera in a particular position. Yeah, I think it's a camera collision. Yeah, it's only when I keep the camera in this position, just behind the head. This is very weird. But anyway, I think it's only a problem of collision with the camera. It's a bit strange though. You see that as soon as I move the camera, it's not doing it anymore? While when I go exactly here at the back, he's doing it? I have no idea. But it's only in the demo. I think we will not have the problem in the real game, so I think we can ignore it. I think we can ignore it. Okay. So, okay, for those two known problems, which are, by the way, is the size correct or not? Do you think the size is correct? I think we have, yeah, there is a kind of a measurement here. We are 2.0 something meters, 2.10, yes. So there is the 2 meters, and we are about 2.10, so I think it looks fine. But I never seen this camera effect. I don't know, to me it looks okay, but when he's going into roll, is compressing the chest so much. And he's elongating the head so much. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know if he's just, you know. Let me check something else. In the usual retarget manager guy. Why the legs are different here? Why? We assign... What? We have two? No, we only have one. Do we have two legs? No, these are under new cran. New cran is only this guy. I created it from scratch, so... Don't understand. Is the setting inside the blueprint different from the setting? Yes, I think it is, huh? So the setting in the blueprint is overriding the setting in the base. Okay. Okay, fine. The webcam fine? Yes. Okay, so what we should do? Dualomo? What is Dualomo? So what are the next steps now? We did, so basically we have the character fully imported and working with ALS, right? And it's working fine. So we renamed this, we copied the thing, we changed the character in game mode, we fixed the 2 bones IK, we added all the virtual bones. So this is basically working. Ah yes, I wanted to check the... I wanted to check the weight Just to see if the issue, what is this? This one is the torso plate. We can hide it 1 second. Basically, there seems to be a slight problem here in the connection between these two pieces, but actually here doesn't seem to be visible. Doesn't seem to be visible. And there seems to be another one down here. But also this one doesn't seem to be visible. But this is the static mesh, so maybe it's not in the static mesh, it's only when the character is actually animated, right? I think that could be. So when we apply the weight, the problem I think is that this character does not have, at least not in this no, there are no actions, no anything. Well, I can add one if I want. I know how to do it, huh? Look at this, look at this. You didn't think, huh? You didn't think I know how to animate, huh? You didn't think I could do this, huh? Actually, it's not moving. Did we set up the... Did we set up... Maybe we didn't set up it here, eh? I have to open an actual animation. Okay, I can open an actual animation. It's no problem. We should have... Oh no, we have it only in the... No, but why I cannot rotate or do anything? Why all the pieces are... Why all the pieces in the skeleton are separate? Now they are separate in edit mode, but even in... The skeleton has other layer on the skeleton. Has other layers. Now these are the layers, but if I try to rotate, it's not rotating anything. Like there are controllers associated to the skeleton somewhere that I need to change. I mean, only the scale is working, but none of the rotations are working on this skeleton. Why? Well, I cannot rotate anything on this skeleton. Do you know? Is it frozen somehow? Is there a kind of a freeze thing? I'm in pose mode, right? I'm in pose mode. No, maybe I'm not in the right mode. Wait, I'm under animation. Why there is not the play button at the bottom? Dope sheet. Yeah, should be correct. I'm a bit confused. Let me open my cow 1 second, because I'm a bit confused of why I cannot animate that thingy, or I'm doing something weird, or I don't remember how to do it, or I don't know. Strange. Do I have the cow animations here or no? No. I think I have it. So in my cow, I was going under animation, and then when I was in animation, I was selecting this and going in pose mode, like I'm now. Yes, and I could rotate everything in pose mode. Now if I'm in edit mode, then I'm changing the single bone, and it's normal that is like rotating like this, but this is not what I need to do. Yeah, so I need to be in pose mode. Yes. What you're saying, that the bones are parented? Okay. See the green button. Where is the green button? Picture of the green skeleton. Picture of the green skeleton button. You mean under armature or under pose or whatever? Picture of the green skeleton. Here. Pose position, skeleton, layers. Okay. 1, 2. What are these things? Ah, they are parented to the controls. Yeah, can I see them all, please? Yeah, I was wondering if they were parented to something, because in fact in our original character here, I mean in the Unreal Engine 1 plus Wings, okay, so they are parented to the controls. Nice. Okay, good. Fine. fine. Can I have back my mesh? Okay, the problem is that I don't see the mesh anymore now. Ah, okay. They were hidden for some reason in this view. Okay. So let me see if I can do what I wanted to do. So this is fully connected to this. Okay, why? Why the character is not following the thing? I'm in pose mode, so why? Why the character is not following my thing? Why everything is red here? No idea. Why? Why the character is not following? This is the only character I have in here, so it must be this character, you know? I can weight paint and see, but yeah, you see? They are... This character is parented to... Yeah, is weighted. Is weighted. He's weighted on this skeleton. You know, you see? He's weighted on this skeleton properly, so why when I move this he's not moving it? What the fuck? Okay, anyway, I don't care. I mean, we are just wasting our time. Okay, we don't care. There is a small, you know, there is a small weight issue and someone will figure it out, okay? And anyways, it's super small, so who cares? I don't care. Let's leave it there. I don't know. I didn't study the setup of that character and is messing up a bit. Now, I still have a bit of an issue, to tell you the truth, with the... I still have a bit of an issue with this shoulders. Why they are going up so much? I mean, they're going up based on what? Okay, anyway, I think it's a small detail now. I can just avoid it. Okay. Let's just avoid it. So we have our character fully working in ALS with the sprint, with the walk, with the run, and everything else, right? I still feel that the weight is a bit weird on this character, but yeah, when he does the roll, it goes in a kind of a weird state. If you can see it, I don't know if I can take a screenshot, you know? Yeah, so I think I took it at exactly the right time. Do you see how weird it is during the roll? So it's like if the skeleton it's like if everything is scaled. Is it the pelvis thingy on the skeleton? Now everything is animation, right? Everything is animation. While in their version, does it happen also with this guy? That would be interesting to see. But in their version, right? We had animation, and then everything else skeleton, excluding the IK. I don't know if this is the issue. Maybe it is. Skeleton, no, the opposite. Animation, and then everything skeleton. Except the IK. How do I change them all? Do I need to change them one by one? Fuck. I need to change them one by one. It's interesting that he's telling you on the right. He has to be saved, he has to be saved, he has to be saved. Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand. So I did a piece. I did all the left side. Now, let's see if this is doing any difference. If it's making any difference. I did all the left side. It's looking different. No? I think it's looking different. Yes, it's very weird now. It's super weird now. Right click on the Igus bone and set. Ah, that would be nice. Ah, much better. But still, still is looking super weird. I think it was better previously. He walks in a very funny way. He walks in a very funny way. No, that's definitely not our setting. This is definitely not the setting we want, you know? So it's much better as it was before. So basically everything animation. Everything animation, it works so much better. Yes. I mean, he's still doing that weird thing, but I think one thing that we had in our old one was on the pelvis animation scaled. We had this animation scaled, which I don't know exactly what it does, but that's the same. He's like stretching the whole body. Is he doing it also on the other character? Because I'm starting to think it's something that I did. So if I put back the... this one. By the way, this one doesn't have the problem with the head. But this one is another problem. But you see here the torso is not... This one is this other problem, which is a bit weird. Because this one is the one that has the additional level in between the top. So this one is the one that has the base at the top of the structure. Yes. This one is the one with the base at the top of the structure. So he's using this skeleton. But why only the roll and not everything else, you know? Because why only the roll is compressing the chest? Because, and why this head problem? Why this head problem? Like if there is a collision between the camera and something that is here. No, but it's very weird. I mean, it's very, very weird. During the roll, it's very weird. Maybe I didn't retarget the roll properly or something, or I'm pointing to the wrong Yeah, I think I'm pointing to the wrong role, boys. I'm pretty sure of that. I think in my character, let me see if I'm pointing to the right. And no, you see, I'm not pointing to the right ones. No, I'm not pointing to the right ones. That's why. Because now I have 25 copies of this thing. Still doing shit. But I was not pointing to the right ones anyway. Land roll F montage. Land roll. The problem is that I have 25 copies of everything now because I use this file. It's slightly better, but it's still... No, I think it's better. Think it's better? Let me see. No, seems the same. No, it's better. You see the shoulders? You see the shoulders and the torso? The one on the left is the last one. It's still a bit compressed, but way less. So yeah, it was pointing to some old stuff, because in reality, one step that is missing from this list, is yeah, there are a few missing steps here, which we did, but which is what I have in the pictures. This part. Let me just copy paste it, because working in pictures is nice until I'm the only one, but when I have to put it on the wiki, let me do a 9 here. This will become 10. This will become 11. This will become 12 probably. So on the 9, no. Now, yeah, the problem is that here I don't explain how to create a new character BP. So I think in their case, because this is kind of a, default guide for ALS. Yeah, and unfortunately, in your character, I don't know if they have a character BP, but they should have a character BP, you know. So they should add all of this. I'm just copying from the other yes. And then, yeah, there's another step. Again, in your character BP, well, we did all of this already, okay? So I'm just putting it here for documentation purposes, but all of this is already done for us. Right? Okay. I think it is better. I just want to keep it there because in my picture is good, but since I did this guide, I think it's good that everyone can read it. Which were this step, but yeah, at the moment I don't think we are missing anything. Okay, at the moment I think the character is working as is expected to. I don't know why the head is doing this. I have absolutely no idea, but at the moment I don't care. I think it's a camera issue. And so the character is now working on 4.9. Now the question is, he's not doing the skid, but I think we still have some pointers which are fucked up, by the way, because it's not moving exactly as I'm expecting it to move. But so now we have it on 4.9, right? And we have re-exported this the proper way. Now the question, which is the tough question, is what we need to do in our project, right, to bring in the changes that they did in ALS 4.9. It is not very easy because on the C++, I think I can just overwrite all the files compared to what I have in my project. I think I can just override the whole directory, the whole ALS4 CPP. It's probably even better if I delete it and let me just see what changes we have pending, but should be hopefully very little. Yeah, it was for the swimming animation, but this one we can revert. There is no need of this. So actually There should be no changes. Yeah, there are no changes. So if I delete this thing or rename it, and then I put, I think I need to close this. I didn't change any of this. If I rename it, and let me call it 4.4, and then I make a new folder where I will copy the new plugin. That is a very complex operation, I would say. It's a very risky operation. So if I copy this one and I put it here, considering it's under source control, you know, we can see the actual changes, right? So for example, there is a change in the readme, which I guess it will just say, that there is a new version, so we don't care too much about that. Wow, the readme is completely different. Okay, I mean, they changed a lot here. They removed all of this because they created the config default input. Okay, I think they clean it up, so it's probably better the new way. But there are some changes under plugin. Why I'm doing this and not diff? Which is just the version number, you see, from 4.4 to 4.9. Hello, Warnest. Welcome. Now, there are some changes. Well, there are significant changes here, but it's because I changed them, right? It's because I did the change myself. So I think we need to go, unfortunately, we need to go file by file. And for each one, we need to understand if the change is something I did or the change is something they did. So for example, this one, I totally don't remember if I did it myself. A character movement component name. I have no idea if I did it myself. I don't remember. Probably yes. The swim sound, obviously yes, is me. These checks on the animation instance is me. Yeah, all these checks on animation is, there will be a million of those, but all of those is me. All this, yes. You see there are some differences here. For example, this one is a change. And this one is also a change. This is also a change. This one may be mine. It's not that easy, because we have to identify which ones are mine. I mean, my changes, I can check them in the SVN as well. There is the disable of the ragdoll. E movement mode. There is the ragdoll that I disabled myself. This was just no, again, this was one to allow characters which are not ALS to actually jump. There is all the swimming functionality. Another $50 gun with a Wi-Fi extender. Why use Wi-Fi? Go cables. Cables is much better. I like it much more. Did I make the original crane yourself? No, not me, but we did it, but no, it was another guy. Long time ago. Yeah, there are some small changes. There is some optimization on the curve movement that they did, so I think I need to get these changes. Wow, this is very, very different. This part is significantly different. Yeah. Yeah, they split it in two functions. One is standalone and one is networked. That was not like this in the previous version, but this one I can get as is. This is also changes that they did, not me. And this is just my swimming test, but then I didn't do anything with it. And I might disable of the ragdoll. Okay, so I think so. This is the main file, by the way, and that is the main file because it's the base character, which is the one that contains most of the changes. But looking at it like this, seems to be, you know, kind of reasonable. You cannot do it through the wall house? I see. That's an issue. That's an issue. So I'm trying to understand what I want to do. So I want to do one pass like this on all the files to understand the sides of the problem. Okay. There is some changes to the camera, which by the way we don't care at all, but I think we didn't touch this file because we are not even using this file. Yeah, so this one will be clean to us. Character movement component. This probably also will be clean to us. No, I have some filter for non-ALS that I added myself. So this thing has been removed. This is not mine, huh? This is their code. Also, this one has been removed. There is some changes on the prediction data. They removed a bunch of stuff here. Okay. This file also will be very easy, so there is nothing very heavy. There is their code. There is completely their code. There is their code as well. So also this file will be easy. I think these files I didn't change at all, so these files should stay as they are. Anime instance. I may have done some changes here, let's see. I don't really changed a few things here, but I didn't change this file, so I think that all of this we can just get as is. Yeah, I think all of this we can get as is. Wow, there is an R inverted with an L. Holy shit. Okay, so there was actually a bug here, eh? Because you see that they inverted L with R and R with L, so there was actually a bug there. Okay, but this file also we can take fully. We didn't do any change, so which is nice. Notifies, I think is the same. I didn't do any change to this. Yes, so fine. In the public, in theory, there should be very little differences, but let's see. Yes, there is a change I did. I remember it in the initializer to allow also the classes that are not ALS based to initialize their this object initializer. So this is a change I did, and You know, one thing that I can do, I can check if between 4.4 and 4.9 actually something changed in the blueprint. Maybe not. I mean, if not, we are super good, but if it did, all these changes are easy changes anyway. Up to now, there is nothing insane. I mean, I can do these changes easy. This I don't understand. What is it? They added some new... Or they renamed? No, they added some new properties actually. They added some new properties which are blueprint exposed, so I guess that these ones will impact the blueprint for sure. Well, these changes are not really relevant. Okay, it is also an easy file. We can get it as it is, and that's it. So, and this finished basically the CPP. So I think that we just have a bit of work to do in the animation instance and in the character as expected, but all the rest seems to be fairly easy. Now the problem is, how do I compare the Unreal Engine, I mean the thingy from Unreal Engine to the previous version, right? I don't know how to do that. Can I put it? Can I put the git? Can I connect? Can I connect the git in my sample project and point to this ALS v4 CPP, and then go previous version and compare the previous versions, or what is the best way? Gion, are you here or not? Gion, I'm summoning you. Summoning you. In case you are here, I may need you. If not, I think I can kind of figure out myself how to do it, but because basically I have this Git repository, right? And in this Git repository, I want to see the differences between 4.4. I can also do a fake check-in in a local repository if I want. Yes, maybe that would be the easiest. So I use my project where I already have the subversion in. I copy the... Yeah, maybe I can do that. Because my problem is that I need to understand the difference between this version, yeah, but you see that they changed the blueprints. Typo fixes to the for the word for the root bone. What the fuck? But anyway, we already retargeted to this version, so for us, you know, this change is not a problem. Environment. Levels I don't care at all. So the only things that are changed are these two, basically. No, these three. Because 17 days ago is definitely before, I mean after 4.4, right? While 4 months ago obviously is before, so. So how do I get, let me do this. How do I get, I need, Phone 4.4, 18 of August. So this is the version that we are using. Okay. So I have this one, right? I have this one. The only issue I think for us could be the no, but I need to see what they changed, otherwise it's a mess. I need to see what they changed. Do I have a local repository that I can use? I think I can use when I connect to source control. Can I connect to source control only one directory? Yes, I can. So in theory, I can go. Yeah, but what happens to the? Okay, let me try this. This will not be very easy, I know, but let's try. It will not be very easy. So let me create a new project, or I can take a project where I don't have the ALS. Yes, I can do that. I can take any project without ALS. I don't know, this one, the third person crosshair, right? Which should be good. And in this one I create plugins. And in this one I want to check out this project, right? Right? And then I want to go back in time to 4.4. I want to go back in time to 4.4 and then compare it with, or maybe not, I can even get the latest and then go back in time later. Go back in time later sounds a bit weird, I know. But basically I want to check out here, right? So I want to where is my thingy? Yeah. I mean, something like that, obviously not with Unreal, but I think in terms of branch, we will not use the branch. So I just, I have Git here, I think so. So I just Git clone my thing, right? I just Git clone this, right? Now this will get the latest. And it will create ALS CPP directory. Now I think we can go back in time to the 18th of August and then check the difference. I don't know if it's easier for me to check it file by file, but it may be a bit annoying. So now that I have the, yes, we can build that. So it's rebuilding the plugin in this sample project. And then, by the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, I will appreciate if you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Also, we have a goal of 30 Patreons, as you can see up there. Up there, yes, there. And we are at 27 now, so we are only 3 Patreons away from 30. And on Patreon we post videos, updates, and we give you access to the alpha as soon as it's released. Hello, Wayne. It's going well. We are a bit in the middle of something complex, which is the migration of ALS to a newer version, which I wanted to do because they said they fixed some bugs and I don't want to stay, you know, too much behind. The problem is that we already did changes to ALS to adapt our code and stuff, so is compiling. I'm just waiting. Compilation. Meanwhile, I drink some water. Ba-da-ba-bow. Okay, so this is the project. Now we have that. Now how can I connect? Because you see that the two folders are seen like this. Which is a bit annoying. Can I connect to source control this thing? But if I connect this to source control, what happens? What do you mean? The git path, I mean, it doesn't need to create a new path. I want to connect to something that already exists, so the URL, I mean, my URL will be this one, right? Root of the repository. No, the root of the repository is attaching the whole project. It seems that it's attaching the whole progress though. The whole project. You know? Fuck, that's annoying. How do I compare, how can I compare a git I mean, I can do, in my project, I can do the comparison with Subversion because we have the whole project set up in Subversion in the same directory. Now, well, I can. I think I can do it in my project then, but the point is that I did so many changes to the ALS that I think it would be a bit complex. Fuck, I don't know exactly how to do this. I'm trying to understand what is the best way to do it, but basically we have no documentation of what has been changed between 4.4 and 4.9. The only way we can do it is to compare the files. Now for the C++ it's easy, as we have seen before. For the blueprints, there is a native way to compare blueprints in Unreal, but you need to start from so maybe what I can do, I can do a fake check-in. Yeah, I think I can do a fake check-in. That will probably be the easiest. But you know what? You know what? The ALS part the ALS content part, right? We are using it only to retarget. And I did the retarget already in the other project, the third person separate project. In the content, the other thing that we may have, they are curves, but the curves I didn't touch, so I can take one-to-one what is there. And the ALS animation blueprint. right? I think the only problem of the content is the ALS animation blueprint, which is something that we brought into our project. So now that I think of it, I can do the merges in the C++, and that's easy. Well, it's relatively easy. Keep the new directory for the content of ALS. Then only for the animation blueprint, I can do a comparison directly in my project, because these ALS the animation blueprint is here, because the ALS animation blueprint I didn't touch, right? I touched the retargeted one, so I can compare directly this one in my project with the subversion comparing, right? Yes, I think that this way it works and is much simpler. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. So let me start with the C++. Okay, so we want to have the C++. So I don't need the other project. What we want to do with the C++ is to take every single class and do the proper merge. So I will do a diff, and for every change I will assess if it's me or them. If it's them, I'm gonna take it one-to-one. Right? By the way, this water sound, are we using it anywhere or not? Yes, we are using it. Okay. So this one is their change, so I'm not gonna touch it. This one is my change, and so I'm gonna get it. Right? This one is my change, and I'm gonna get it. This one is my change, I'm gonna get it. This one is a mix of mine and their, because actually is exactly on the same line. So yeah, if I do like this, it's not a good idea. So I need to actually physically copy this piece. I need to physically copy this piece here. No, I will copy it before this thing, because anyway, yeah, I will copy it before this thing. This is their change, that is their change, that is my change, and everything should be obviously indented one more. Right? This is something that I commented out, but it's kind of weird. I think I will. I don't think it's me. I think it's they. This one is me. This one is me. This one is me. Them. Me. 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 Always me. Always me. This is just the exclude to the ragdolling that we didn't want to. This is all the swimming stuff. So we need to get it. There is their changes, their changes, their changes. All of this we don't touch. All of this we use the new version, we use the new version, we use all of that, all of that, all of that. This one is me, but at the end I didn't do anything on this thing, so I think I can skip it for now. Or I can put it back, but yeah, let's put it, I don't know. Yeah, I can put it back. Ragdolling disabled. Okay, so this file, which was the most complex one, is done. Okay. Well, it was one of the two complex ones. Now we need to see then if it compiles, but obviously. Okay, so this is their changes, so we're gonna keep them. Keep them. Okay, so this file can be used as is. This one is mine. This one is them. This one is them. So we skip it. So we skip it. So we skip it. All of this is a change they did, is not me. So it is good. Did I save this one? Yes, I did. Okay, so camera manager, there should be no differences for us. So everything they did, we can take. This we can take, this we can take. Take. Okay, this file is fine. So this one is done. Now, next. This one should be easy files. Yes. Done. This is the second complex file, so this one we may have changed some stuff. So foot target, foot lock, all of that is their changes, we keep it. This thing, we keep it. This thing, we keep it. This we keep. All of this is stuff that we keep. Okay, so this fight was easy. This is good. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay. Now, these ones. This one I think I need. This one is my change I need. This one, I have no idea. But I think it's mine. This is all their stuff. Okay, here is the one that I made virtual because I needed them for the overriding. When we are for the mounts. So all of that I need to keep virtual. Okay. It is just a case change, case change, case change, case change. This one I think is mine, is the default rotation mode, which for us is the other one, so that is okay. And it is, well, this thing we need. Okay, good, that is done. That is done. So character movement component. No. Anyway, they made it virtual, so let's keep it. All of this is their stuff. I think all of this is their stuff. Not one, because I did a lot of changes during the months, you know, so I'm not 100%, but we will see it very easy. We will see it quickly, because or it will not compile or it will not properly work, and we will go back to this diff and see if we made any mistakes. But there is their changes. Okay, so this file is good. Notify footstep. I think all of those are stuff that we didn't touch. I'm a bit concerned about this root. So like they changed the case of the socket. Okay, they just added override at the end of the virtual signature, so I think it's fine. Then library. Yeah, these are all the changes that they did themselves, so I think it's okay. And this may be the last file. This might be the last file. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay, so for the C++, in theory we are good. We did all the merge between the two. Now we need to see if it compiles or not. We can try immediately. We recompile the plugin. Compiling will take a few minutes. Let me check meanwhile the situation of Corona worldwide. US is still increasing, India, Brazil, Russia, France. Italy is increasing as well. There has been a fairly significant increase in Italy in the last week or so, 2 weeks. You see, this is the graph for Italy, and you see this line going up. I mean, it's going up very, very crazy. So we were basically at 0. So here in the end of August and beginning of September, we basically reached 0 new cases. But there is this yellow one is new cases. And look at this now. Wow. Situation is still tough, huh? Okay, compilation failed for whatever reason. Namespace already contains AL. Ah, okay. Yes. That is a bad idea. I have to. Yeah, the problem is that I copied the old ALS CPP plugin in the same directory, and this one is actually getting read at the moment. So it's basically trying to compile ALS twice, the old one and the new one. So let me just regenerate studio files and okay. There may be some small compilation errors coming from the merge, but there may be just a missing parenthesis or something like that. So I'm not expecting any big issue, really. This music is the caves of Diablo 1. Nice. So Warnest, is the operating system installed in your new server or not? Yes. What did you decide to install at the end? Windows Server? Doesn't work. 12, 16, and 19. Why so many? You want Linux and VMware. Yeah, you can dual boot and... But you know, dual booting on a server is a bit weird because you will never dual boot. I mean, I had dual boots on some servers, but I mean, the purpose of a server is to stay up, you know? So it's not that you're gonna switch between one and the other very often. So I think you should stick to one and just optimize it for that one. Okay, the building succeeded, which is a kind of a good news. So we did the merge. Not bad. Not bad. Now let's launch the editor and see what happens. In theory, you know, nothing should happen. So meaning that the new files like curves and things like that and data files should all point to the new ALS and should not be a problem. But what I'm concerned is our PS template, in particular the ALS for animation blueprint. So this one now is maybe slightly different because the C++ is updated, but the animation blueprint is not updated yet. And so there may be a mismatch between the two. So we'll see if it compiles. Okay, it seems that it compiles, which is a very good news, I have to say. A very good news. So it looks like, you know, there are no changes that are affecting our character for real. Which I think is great. Remember that it is still the old skeleton, eh? There is the old skeleton with the base at the top and all the extra CS levels and all of that. So this is not the skeleton we want to use, but for this test, you know, which is only the ALS, I think we are in pretty good shape. Now the point is, what in ALS content changed that is affecting us, right? What change that is affecting it? For example, if they change the curves, we don't really care. If they change the camera system, we don't care because we're using another one. If you change the character, okay, so this may be a problem. So I think we need to go also here file by file, but mainly I would say the character is the one we want to check. And we may do history. No. We may want to do, because I override, yes, I override the thing. So we want to do diff against dpot, right? Yes. So because here we see the difference between the 4.9 that we have just overridden now and the visibility based anim tick option. Only tick montages when not rendered. Always tick pose and refresh bones. I think there is something that I changed myself, but enable update rate optimization. So these two parameters, what should we do? Should we do a list and check them one by one, or should we just check them now? Yeah, I think we should just check them now, but one by one, and based on this comparison, we will decide what to do. So here there are two changed values. Okay, we can check in our character. I think that will be, for us, will be in PS character BP, which is the father of all the other ones, right? I think so. And it is in the class default. And visibility based anim, whatever. Visibility, no? Class settings. No, I'm doing something wrong then. I'm doing something wrong. It should be here, no? Let me take the name of the option. Visibility based. So under optimization, visibility based. It's not here. No, it's not here. Where the hell is this thing? It's under default, so I was expecting it to be under class defaults, but maybe not. If I type visibility is not there and optimization is not there, so where is this thing? ALS character BP. List of changes made in the defaults panel. Default panel, I think, is this one. I don't know which other default panel you can have, unless it's for the character movement or from... I don't understand what I'm looking at. Though it starts with transform mesh ALS, okay? It's not this one. It's not this one. So which freaking values we are speaking about, boys? Optimization skeletal mesh. Tags. Maybe it's on the mesh. Maybe it's on the mesh. I think it's on the mesh. I found it. It's on the mesh. So they changed visibility based animation from only tick to always tick, and I already have it like this. And they changed enable rate of something else. It's insane how many options there are in this thing. Insane. But I found that one, but I didn't find this other one, which is enable update. Ah, here it is. Enable update rate optimization. So they suggest to put it to true. Okay, I think we will tick it. I think we will tick it. It's an optimization anyway, so why not? Why not tick it? If boarding copy all this backed up while booting up, I will let it run 24/24 pretty good because I don't know. Yeah, you can leave it up. Is it noisy or not? Because one of the problem of servers usually they tend to be noisy. So is it noisy? Now in components, what they changed. They changed the same thing. Unless that it is, what do you mean components? You mean mesh? You see mesh is selected. Let me just check on character movement, this visibility thingy. Visibility based. No, it's not that. Okay, so it was only on the character. Okay, so this one, it seems to have only those changes, which are very, very, very few, which is great. Which is great. So that change we did. The change we did. Now, player ALS player controller. I don't think that this one is of any interest to us, but let me just check if they did something. Use to switch target character. Yeah, okay, but this is something that anyway we don't care for. These are all the overlay buttons and we don't care because we are not using that in game. This two is just the AI, so if they changes we don't care. The game mode we don't care. The camera shake we don't care. The UI we don't care. Okay, now we go into the character assets, and it's where things may start to get complex. In particular this guy, the ALS and MVP. So I want to see how much they change on this one. I hope that the comparison can do a good job. Wow, okay. A lot of changes. Okay, this is not really a change. It's just foot IK. Foot IK Added pins to break. Yeah, they added some pins, but they are not connected. Right? They added some pins here, but they are not connected. So it's not a change for us. Very nice. And also this one, right? They probably added some below here. Ah, okay, I can expand it, by the way. Yes, you see there are more, but they are actually not connected, at least not in this graph. Then maybe in another graph they will be, but in this one they are not. Here seems that they change. No, here I think are our changes, right? The changes that we did to the two bone IK, where we changed the values of the effector location and stuff like that. No, but I don't understand the difference. What is the difference? Property change node. Property change node. A property of the node has changed. Okay, if you tell me which one, would be very nice. You see this fast path enabled. I think that is the difference, huh? Fast path enabled. They did it only on the hand, they didn't do it on the feet for some reason. Okay, let me check it. So let's check their version and my version of it. So on the hand IK, now they're already like this. No, I don't understand the difference then. What is the difference between these two? And L, 1, 1, 0, 0. Twist axis is the same. 1, 0, 0. Local space, allow stretching, allow twist, enable draw, bone space. This one is different. Take rotation. Yes, it's the one that I did myself. Okay. That is the one that I did myself. Okay, I understand. I think we can do it again, because anyway, we need it. I think we can do it in their version as well. So this one and this one, we're gonna change it. we can check out. If you add stuff, it bothers you. If you, hey, I need to add it, unfortunately. So there is no way. Like for example, we have the sitting animation, the sleep, the sit on chair, sit on ground. I mean, all those are new states, so I have to add them anyway. So there is no chance. I need to add. I need to modify the base graph. I don't have a way out. As input state, show pin for properties. There's just nothing. The show pin for properties, what is it? Is just the small pin where you have the comment, or what is it? Show pin for property. What is show pin? Do inside event graph for compare. What do you mean? I have changes here, so I need to compare these changes. What do you mean go inside event graph? These are all the changes of every single graph. Show pin for properties. What is the show pin for properties? What is this thing? Great documentation. I think it's just something like you expanded the node or not. I think it's nothing relevant. You don't like ALS? I don't know, I like ALS because it's not bad at the end. He has a lot of basic animation done and he has good transitions, but I may understand why you don't like it. But I mean, if you use just the standard character, it's not very good. So, but maybe in the next version they will put it as default. Because again, the guy that did it has been hired at Epic Games. So, Caleb has been hired at Epic Games, and maybe they will integrate some of this in the default, or they will make it better. I don't know. I only see the show pin for, which I think is only that someone clicked, you know, on this pin, and that's it. I don't think that this show pin for property is anything else. So we don't care actually. No, all the calculations are done in C++. They are not in the anim graph. The anim graph is only a set of states. All the calculation is in C++. At least in this version, which is the modified version that I'm using. These are only this show pin, but nothing else. Which is good, I'm not complaining in the sense that if there are only these changes, it's not a problem to me. All these changing are basically no changes. Yeah, these are all no changes. Okay, it's very, very nice. Fast path is telling you is not? Okay, so I understand. So you mean that there are some calculations behind and so he needs to... But all of these are fast path, you see? Fast path, fast path, fast path, fast path, fast path. All of them. All of them are fast path. So I see there are no differences here. So which is very, very good. So basically, I mean, there are no differences in the... There are no differences in the ALS and in BP. Apart from the one that we changed, there are no differences. Now the skeleton... No, the skeleton we cannot change. The T-pose we cannot change. This we cannot change. Animations we don't care. All the rest we don't care. Because all the rest are just animations. And it is very nice, boys. It means that there is nothing I have to do apart from the C++ that we already did. All the curves we don't care because they are used as is. Meshes obviously we don't care. Props we don't care. Wow. And then it's done. Then it's done. Man, is inside C++ already. Why you are so stubborn? Is already all in C++. You see, ALS base character. Look. Look, ALS base character, 2000 lines, is all in C++. You see? Is all C++. What is in the blueprint is only the actual graph, you know? Nothing else. Is the states and the transition between the states.
Yes!
They made something bad inside. I don't know if they made something bad. Why you are assuming? You never used it, so why you assume that it's bad? I don't need to repair it. I just said it is done now. But it's okay if you don't like it. It's fine. Just don't use it. Yeah, but if you don't use it, your character will move so. So you need to decide, you know, if you want to have good movement and smooth movement or not, or redo it by yourself. Okay, so I think that the migration of ALS to 4.9 is actually complete, incredibly enough. I think it was harder, but it's not. So at least, well, it's complete, let's say. The C++ is merged. We checked all the changes in the blueprints, and luckily for us, there are no changes in the blueprint, because I already did one update to 4.4 in August. So between August and today, there have been just a few bug fixes. Now, I think we need just to do one test though. We need to launch the server and the client and see if the character is still moving fine, right? Because if it's not moving fine, we have a problem. And there may be a difference in this root name that they changed. What the version give more? The version is giving bug fixes mainly. So it's not, you know, it's not a version that is giving us more for you, but is fixing some bugs that I wanted to upgrade anyway. But we, you know, we did two things. We did yesterday the test of the new skeleton, and this was not specifically for the new ALS, it was just because we wanted to see the new skeleton working and fixing some bugs in the skeleton, improving the documentation and all of that. Okay, my server is not starting, that's already a good sign. And then today we did the merge to the bug fix. Okay, but yes, will not give us more at the moment. It's just a bug fix upgrade release. What the? Okay, the server is bailing out. So the server is not starting. ALS-based character CPP 183. Okay, this may be something. Yeah, this may be an issue with the porting. ALS-based character line 183. So this. Yeah, so this was my comment. Okay, this was my comment. Okay, so let's recompile it, and then I need to go, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, server and client. Let's see if now the server starts. Hopefully, yes. And so I think that the porting, at least of this part, if it works and the character moves normally, I think we can say that the porting is okay. Then we need to use the new skeleton, the one that I created yesterday. But there is another kind of discussion. Just to bring in the skeleton clean. What do we do with the swimming, Warnest? Do you have any updates, or should I use the version I have? Yeah, the server is starting now, so it seems it's fine. Or anyway, is starting. Come on. Yeah, we refreshed a lot of stuff, so it's taking time because we changed quite few things, and so all the caching is gone. Okay, let's see if our character is fine. Seems to be okay. Yeah, we have this problem, but this problem is something that we will solve. You know, this one is the error that we have due to the old skeleton, okay? And this is exactly what I want to fix with the new skeleton. Bah. Bah. So it's not related to the upgrade. It was there already. It was there already. Yeah, also this one, when you are, yeah, the roll that I'm jumping and it's not rolling properly, this is another problem that we are solving with the skeleton fix, which I think we can do tomorrow. This door I can open? What do you mean? No? I thought that these doors were already the new one, no? That's a bit strange. Why? Why? Why these doors are not opening now? What happened? What happened to our doors? No. House B, var roof. Out of range. What do you mean out of range? Okay. For some reason the doors are not opening anymore. I don't know, I have to check why, but I don't think it has any relation with the movement change. But anyway. Ah, a lot of stuff is moving here, eh? We need a light, I think, in this, because it's not very visible. I need the max FP, eh? I think we need a light somewhere here, otherwise it's very hard to see. We are losing a bit of the beauty of this thing. Yeah, need to put a light. I need to put a light. Okay. I don't know why the door are not opening. I have no idea. I will check it. I did some changes. I did some changes to the level, and I did some changes to the level, but in theory, this is very strange. It is very, very strange. Collision problem? Collision problem? Collision problem? I don't think so. I mean, why? Anyway, I need to go. I need to go. Let me do just one last check, and but it's very strange that our door asset is not getting triggered in any way. Yeah, they are all Delver door, all of them. So they are all doors that you can interact with. Now, this one I didn't even touch, so this one I didn't touch at all. No, the collision is perfect. The collision is perfect because I can go through. So it looks like that is very strange. Very strange, because yeah, the interactable actor, you see, this thing Cast to interactable actor. Maybe I fucked up with the range, because there is actually in the details, if you remember, we exposed the distance. Now interact distance is 250. Maybe it's 250. No, it's 250 from me to the door. What the hell? I don't know. I will check it. Not now, but I will check it. It's very weird. I think there is or there is a regression. I mean, or I reverted some of the files by mistake, but I don't think so. Or is just the range, or is or this door is not responding to the right channel. Let me check one thing. The collision, the query thingy. The query. One second, huh? The query. Static mesh. Yeah, at the moment it's block all dynamics, so it includes the mouse trace. So it's definitely, it should be under my mouse. It is so weird. Selecting actor. So, but basically what we are saying is that each actor, each component is not getting anything out. I can do this. But 250 should be good. It's so strange. It is so strange. I'm trying to think if something changed in the last 2 or 3 days, but no. I mean, I did some changes to the houses. I don't know if the fact that the house is in a group. Wait a second. Because I think that some of these houses are in a group. No? No, this one is not in a group. And this one is not in a group. I can group them, but at the moment they are not in a group. So they are separate objects. And in particular, this house I didn't touch at all. This is still the old model. You see that has all the wood planks at the front. So this house I didn't change at all. This one. Yeah, it's colliding with the door. Hit actor. Selecting actor or item. Yeah, so you see the trace that I did now, a line trace, so I can see where I'm hitting, and I'm hitting the door, so the door is actually properly selected. The door is actually properly selected, so we arrive here when there is the selection. Hit actor component and length. Yes. Yes. So we arrive there. And then we should go into this loop. Which is going into interactable actor, which is requesting the toggle on himself, right? Through the interface. And this request toggle is done on the door. What? No. My door is empty. Why? No. What? It didn't save it or what? Oh my god. I think it didn't save it. Like maybe the editor crashed and that thing was not saved. Or we never moved it to the door itself. I mean, we have the interactable door, right? Which is this one, interactable door, which is the one that we tested. Yes, and this one has all the thing, right? The code is here. Yes, the code is here. So the Delver door should, the Delver door, sorry, should just inherit from that one. Who is the father of this one? Ah, yes, he has a father interactable door. Yes. Yes, the father interactable door, so the toggle should actually happen here. The request toggle, this one should happen here. And it should go into my character, which is checking the distance. And he's saying toggle run on server. We can check on the server side. On the server side... No, on the server side it's not printing anything. Why? Get distance to other actor, interact distance. Too far away to interact. Maybe we are going here. But we are not too far away for sure. It's 250, it's 2 meters. I mean, I can go closer. Oh my god, it's the distance, boys. Is the freaking distance. We have to make it... We have to make it 5 meters. It's only the distance. Now it's not opening anymore. Okay. Why sometimes it opens, sometimes it doesn't? Okay, I need to check because I think 250 is just too little. So you basically have to be in front of the door, like on top of the door to actually target it. Like this is already not working. Now it's working. I don't know, now it's working, I'm here. I don't know. I think I need to check the distance. Maybe there is a limit. Like now is not working. I don't know. I think there is a kind of a distance that is a bit stupid. But like now is not working as well. I don't know. It's working only sometimes. It's working only sometimes. But okay, so the good news is that the ALS 4.9 is actually in the game. It's a bug fixing release, so we don't care too much about it, but it was good that we did it. Also, we did a lot of work on the character. We added the documentation and a lot of stuff, so pretty happy about it. We are jumping like bosses, and you see me move slow or not? Probably you see me move slow, huh? Now you should be see me moving better. Hello Zen. Did the sound work out? I didn't have the time to check, so I didn't have the time to check, so I will check it. I will check it probably tomorrow. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and check our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift. We are 27 now, we want to reach 30. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow evening, at least my evening, around 9:30 roughly. I don't know exactly what we will do tomorrow, but maybe we'll just merge the characters. We will see. I don't know. See you boys. See you boys next time. Bye bye.